We seek him at HeadStuff podcast studios. And he's there every Friday.
I love that.
Don't tell them when we record. People show up here.
They would.
Don't show up. We're sick of it. People keep rocking up here to Pierce Street and they're trying to catch a glimpse of us walking in with our coffee cups.
The only time we've been popped outside here was a man who was across the road getting lunch, and he sort of looked and noticed us, and then we proceeded to kind of almost
we shouted him out.
Like, we shouted at him for about 3 or 4 minutes until he was like going like, okay, bye.
They're attractive.
They're very attractive.
Hot and loud.
And a little bit sad.
He was the best guy around.
Oh my. Is it hot in here or what?
You're an attractive guy.
It's the fabulous Tony Cantwell.
I'm talking about Shane Daniel Byrne.
Anmil Kiadagum Agdulgadion Rera.
Oh, stop.
Stop.
It's so tempting to do a little Gaeilge joke about Rera because it's in Rera. But Rera is the beer that sponsored this podcast. A light and fresh lager brewed in Kilcool, County Wicklow.
And you know what? I like when I'm getting a lager, I like it to be Irish. Irish lager for Irish people. I know, but they're very...
I know, and credit where it's due to Rera, because where a lot of people are put up the price of their pint, Rera deliberately are not.
Yes.
So stick it independent. If you want to save money on the price of your pint, get yourself a pint of Rera.
Get a little buska. That's what they're called, isn't it?
A little buska.
A little buska of
Rera.
cans.
Or a Molly. A Mala, a canny as well.
Molly Canny. They've got it all.
The way to make a bag of cans is get a bag and put cans in it, and you can get Rera cans and put them in, and that makes any bag a bag of cans. Rera, Gurmakov.
Thanks for sponsoring.
Thanks, guys.
Please
don't make me take a selfie.
Did you know I was?
Please don't make me take a selfie.
I have been popped before.
Oh, yeah?
One time because I was shooting a film, and I can talk about that now because they announced it. And I was in only one scene in the film with Deirdre O'Kane, who comes up a lot on this podcast.
She does. She
actually does come up a lot.
She normally sits right here.
Yes, she does. And she wears sunglasses. But she's
cool.
So the man was papping her because she's Deirdre O'Kane.
Yes.
And apparently he's the only one. He's the only pap.
Really?
There's one guy.
We've got one.
Yeah, we have one pap. Anyway, so because I was talking to her,
Pap
I was
mustard.
standing outside the place. It was on the street in Dunleary. And I was standing outside the place, and then some guy was like, you better be careful. He's taking a picture of you too.
Wow.
And I looked up, and I looked right into the lens of this man's camera. It was actually bizarre.
Like on your
Unidentified
And I was
phone.
like,
that.
there's no point. I was like, no one's going to buy a picture of me.
Wow.
Like, how much do they possibly pay for a picture of anybody? Like, whether it's Deirdre O'Kane or whoever. But, like, literally no one is going to buy a picture of me. Like,
They might. Well,
it was worth the shot, I suppose. He's like, this guy? Imagine
They
him
might be
emailing,
holding on to it.
I have a picture of this guy. I don't know if you know him.
Stock footage.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Near,
Like maybe
he was
you could
near
use
another
it
woman.
for photo, picture frames before you sell them.
Yeah.
Put it in there. I don't know.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you're all over reeds before you buy a frame
No, I
of Nassau Street.
I think the guy must just like it as a hobby, but it can't be his job.
Imagine it was just you, just literally standing there, and was like, Shane lost it. Shane Daniel Byrne at his wit's end.
Yeah. They put some narrative.
Please. No, the best paparazzi picture I want is the entering or exiting like a studio. Like, when the pop stars have it and they have like, I was talking to you about this recently, when they have like a coffee cup in their hand, they're looking down and they're always in motion. So one leg, that's my dream to be papped like that for some
They usually
reason.
have the coffee cup and the phone in the same hand.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, it just
Yeah,
looks
it's
wrong.
weird. Yeah.
My favorite would be the Ben Affleck
Yeah,
ones.
the Ben Affleck Duncan sad.
I kind of just like the vibe that he's given out. Just sitting there smoking, thinking about. I know there's a lot of like
He goes to Dunkin' Donuts a
existential
lot.
dread and that kind of stuff. I really appreciate.
I have
those
a
photos.
resting, miserable face.
Yeah, same.
You know,
Same.
I look fucking, and I'm walking through my estate, and there's like other,
Would you mind watching your language, please?
I have sworn a lot, haven't I?
No, I just was doing a little joke to see how it goes.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Let's peep, peep, peep.
Oh, that's peep peep peep. Okay.
Peep, peep, peep. What happens on a leave?
I gotta say, your peep peep peeps are pretty good.
Well, I've been listening to a lot of German radio.
Oh,
Yeah.
have you just been
On my
listening to that
dab.
Rhubarb Song?
No?
You haven't heard the Rhubarb Song?
No?
We don't speak German.
No.
I
fuck
like
off.
to rhubarb.
Oh my god. You guys don't know the fucking Rhubarb Song?
Oh my God, we're
Oh,
back.
you're doing
Killian's
a
looking at
bit.
his phone. We're back.
No,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
really, this is people are screaming down
You
the
are
wires
like-
at home. They are saying, "How have Tony and Shay not heard the Rhubarb Song?" This is actually worse than you not knowing about
About Kate Middleton's
Kate
illness.
Middleton.
didn't
So
know she'd
German
been found.
rhubarb song. I wonder if I just have a more German
Look how long it takes him to find something on his
algorithm.
I know, but he's
And
never.
so
Like, he's
on
panicking, but he's trying to
phone.
talk.
He's doing some good
Rhubarb
vamping though while he
Song.
does it.
Yeah, but
if he had
Rhubarb
glasses down the
Song,
end of his
German.
nose, you could think he was an octogenarian.
Google.ie.
Stop it!
He literally is on Google to find it.
There are so many ways of
Google.
asking for things quick.
This is a German comedy. This is what German comedy
Great.
is.
Mal in einem kleinen Städtchen, da lebte ein Mädchen namens Barbara. Und diese Barbara war im ganzen Land für ihren abartig guten Rhabarberkuchen bekannt. Ja, man konnte sagen, dass
Ist das
Barbaras Rhabarberkuchen ohne Wenn und Aber gar eine geradezu magische Erfahrung war.
Abracadabra.
Ja, dieser Kuchen war geradezu bombastisch. Und die Nachfrage
I'm
danach
waiting for the.
drastisch.
It's good.
Barbara öffnete
They've great German flow.
Oh, it gets better.
Barbaras Rhabarberbar. In der Stadt gab es auch ein paar Barbaren, die hatten von Barbaras Rhabarberbar erfahren. Und da sie fortan jeden Tag bei Barbara waren, nannte man sie bald die Rhabarberbarbaren. In den Folgejahren
key
ließen die
change.
Barbaren nach und nach ihr barbarisches Gebaren fahren. Sie waren, behauptete Barbara, fast noch sympathischer als
So a lot of these,
Aber die Barbaren waren
And this
stark
would be-
a lot of these German words sound like Barbara and
They're
rhubarb.
saying Barbara a lot.
Daraufhin schickte Barbara ihre
No,
Barbarenfreunde zu
it's
Barbaren
words that sound like Barbara.
Sie den Barbaren sogar
And are these all real German words?
Barbaren barbarbiert, Barbershop. Er war
I
zwar
think that's enough.
ein Laberkopf, aber
Hang
er
on.
war danach total tipptopp. Es war
You said that like it was the crazy frog, and I was like 11
Yeah.
years of age. You
Yeah.
said that like it was,
Well,
you
for
know,
German people, it is. This is
lightsaber kid.
one of the most significant contributions to German literature since Goethe.
Yeah, but you said it like everyone's screaming down the wires at home. They're not. They're all going, we never heard that. And they all regret having
I
heard it
cannot
now.
believe you guys haven't heard. Why would you regret?
I love your little fun
Because
bag.
we don't understand a word of that, what they said.
Barbara, a woman named Barbara,
Mm-hmm.
had a famous rhubarb cake that she made.
Cooking.
And then she opened a bar called Barbara's Rhubarb Bar.
Great.
But then some barbarians frequented this place.
Yes.
And they became known for eating this cake regularly. So they were known as Barbara's Rhubarb Bar Barbarians.
Okay.
It's pretty funny stuff. It's pretty funny stuff. I just don't know why you guys think Germans aren't funny when we're doing things like that on the
I
regular.
never said that.
No, that song was hilarious. Like, it was weird the way you guys were laughing internally without moving your faces.
Well, I
was
really
laughing
think
through-
there's
I
a
laughed through my ears
disconnect
at the
here.
moment.
I'm sorry, I do think you have a That wasn't funny at all because we don't know
No,
what they're
no, no.
saying. I think you're
Yes,
just.
but this has made it big in the internet. The internet. Look it up. It's everywhere.
I'm familiar with the internet.
I feel like that'd be
It's-
me showing you like a "We Didn't Start the Fire" just full of Pokemon references, and me like, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of my language because I'm
This
speaking
is
their
I,
language.
did one of those videos
You
one
know?
time.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
It's a tongue twister. You know tongue
Pikachu,
twisters.
Raichu.
People
Emerald
love tongue
City.
twisters.
What?
You know tongue twisters.
I love them.
Yeah, that's a tongue twister.
In Angleterre.
On Bosco.
Yeah, okay.
On Boston, we drink it
Only in the
Costco.
Queen's tongue shall I laugh when words are difficult to say. I shall only laugh when the words that are difficult to say with a lot of alliteration and
Yeah.
bouncy lettering, only when it's in the Queen's.
Only in the Queen's
King's.
tongue.
King's.
King's.
The king's tongue. And of
I
course,
still
the king's
call-
fingers.
In the king's
far more
fingers.
popular than the king's tongue.
Only when fondled by the King's fingers.
I still call him Prince Charles, just to wind him up.
Oh, and he hates that.
Because he
saying.
will always be the boy.
And he hates that.
Say,
like.
hey, sir.
I was thinking the other day about the kings and all. I was like,
I reckon he
we'll
still signs his
see
name
the
Prince
next
Charles.
one.
You know when you put in the wrong date because it's like
Yeah,
the new year.
yeah.
Prince Charles. Oh, sorry.
Fucking so much wrong.
Oh, there's something wrong with this bloody pen. I wrote Prince.
After writing
I wrote
Prince.
I like that.
We'll see that they have to do all that again soon. They have to do the whole lot again soon.
Why, when he dies?
Yeah, because he'll die relatively soon.
No, he
Speaking
won't.
He will in terms of life expectancy.
They've got people hooked up to blood banks, and he just goes in, has a little sup, and he's rejuvenated, and he walks out. Goes in there, it's like cowspiracy for the people in there being drained of their.
They want to check the blood
Blood.
that he's been drinking because he doesn't look great.
He's
Can I
drinking
say
pig's
something
blood.
about cows?
That's because of his
I
fingers.
got a coffee today on the way from Wexford from a cafe called the Cheeky Cow.
And how hot was the barista this time? Sorry,
Don't say
burying
that.
the lead.
This has to. That's
Okay.
We'll just strike that from the record. What you just
Okay.
said, because the barista was a schoolgirl in her school uniform.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It's okay. We will.
I got it at about 8:15 this morning in County Wexford.
Wow.
And she was in her school uniform making coffee before school.
Okay. That's great.
Isn't that,
That's great.
isn't that weird? I can't go back to that. I'm scared. I haven't been back to the other coffee place because I called the baristas hot on the thing. And then I
You
thought
outed
I
them
thought
as
maybe
being
that
hot.
might have been a bonus podcast, but it's not. So it's actually out there on Maine.
Wait, was she doing a shift before
She
going to
seems
school.
to be working before school, which I think.
Where? What
She's
county was
shifting.
this?
I hope she's not leaving cert here.
I hope
I hope
so.
she's not leaving cert.
Wait, what-
If she's in fifth year, she'll regret that. In June 12 months, you'll regret that. A part-time job, part-time student. Isn't that right? It won't be me sitting there June 12 months. Huh? Won't be me sitting there making coffees. Huh?
Yeah.
Cappuccinos, all the rest of it. Double espresso. Spelt wrong on the menu, by the way. Cheeky cow in County Wexford. Spelt wrong.
Don't
What's the
fucking have a go.
What's the one with the mum trying to get the son to do the oral?
Robert.
Robert, cut
us
us to Robert.
I-
Cut us to
cut us
Robert.
to-
You're fucking joking me, Robert.
Killian. He is such a little prick. I love him. Like, what an icon. If you don't know this video,
Killian.
look up, what is it? Irishman,
Yeah.
oral,
It would be on the
Irish.
same level as sort of
whoa,
the German rhubarb video.
Yeah,
It's
you might
not
be.
as
I might
funny
have
as
more
that.
views than
There's
that.
details in that video. Basically, the man was trying to get the boy to study for his oral exam because someone else they know is fucking A1 in them.
Yeah.
And she's so stressed that she's only come in from work and she still has her little scarf on from
Yeah,
work.
she-
And
that's
she
so-
still has her scarf
and
on.
her
She's
jacket
just
on
like,
and stuff.
yeah, she's kind of
She's come in from
she's
a
come
conversation.
directly. Yes, someone
Yeah.
this in the office was telling her about their daughter and she's barged in and she's like literally hasn't even taken her coat
Yeah.
off. The house probably a mess because they wouldn't.
Oh, if they wouldn't lift a
go in the
finger,
house.
Jesus.
feel like a
Robert,
hotel.
and she's like, you're playing
Crumbs
Sims on
everywhere.
that. And he's like, I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter, actually. She's like, Twitter, right. Well, anyway. And she just goes, oh, it is.
The best is when
sublime.
she says Sims because she gets one up and he goes, like, obviously Sims is an embarrassing thing to be
Yeah.
playing.
Little loser.
And you can see him going, I wasn't on Sims, I was on Facebook. You know that this lad is
He was
addicted
actually
to
trapping them all in one house, and I was putting a load of fireplaces in it, and I was getting rid of the doors, and I was actually setting on fire, actually. So
Say that in Irish, Robert.
say that in Irish.
Cut us to Robert.
Kilkennick. Where are you living?
Where are you living?
Kilkennick.
I've never seen someone so angrily ask someone where they're living. It's great.
That reminds me when one time my brother was like, he was still studying quite hard, but the parents really take on most of the lion's share of all the stress when it's, especially if you've got kids doing the leaving and the junior at the same time. So I remember my ma came in being like, Andy, you're not studying, and you with your leaving, in a few weeks. And he goes, leaving? Where are we going to, Mammy? Are we going to America? And then she was like so angry, she stormed off, and I was crying laughing.
To America we're going.
Are we going to, leaving? Where are we going, Mammy? Are we going to America?
It's having teacher parents is like it's so much more intense.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
I was lucky because there's 3 of us and like we're all kind of like 1 year apart, so that's kind of within the chaos of that. I didn't really get, but my little brother had an insane time with my dad, like the full attention of a teacher, just like you must be learning all the time. There's several times I'd see Finn when he should be doing his homework as like a little boy, like sitting watching Pokemon or whatever, and I was like, aren't you supposed to be doing your homework? And he's like, I am. And then I look to the kitchen and my dad is like leaned over a child's like mathematics book and he's like got a calculator out and he's just doing my little brother's homework going
Oh
like,
my God.
yeah, Finn, this is it. This is okay. Yeah, it's really easy. I'm just like, Dad, like he's supposed to do it. He's supposed to be doing it.
It is leaving cert season soon, and we're coming up to a very annoying time. You know what I find? We don't listen to the young people because every year there's someone gets to write the essay, some little swat gets to write the essay in the leaving cert in the like Irish Times, and they're like, our generation has really and they go on. It's like, babe, they think they're special, and I'm like, I'm a grown up adult, but I'm like, babe, everyone's been saying that for years. They're like, we've been under something. We're like, yeah, we all did it. It's terrible, but no one's going to fix it. Sorry. Like, I know, isn't it terrible?
So would you rather they didn't? Or
I
this
don't
is
know.
just your commentary on the
This is
fact that they
just my commentary
will?
on it. I'm
Okay,
trying
yeah,
to be
yeah.
less of a little shithead, but sometimes I really enjoy it. But also
No,
then
you need
we're
to
going to
stamp
have
out those
in...
hopes like a fucking fag button on an
Yeah.
ashtray. That's what you need to do
Yeah.
very early on.
Let it go.
Don't even bother, actually.
No, but it's an annoying time. People do the jokes with the leaving cert weather and all that stuff, and that's boring for me. But then people are going to do as well their videos of like, look, I didn't do my leaving cert, and then I'm fine. It's like, okay, well, like,
Yeah.
this is such rubbish. The best thing to do is to do your best in your exams, and then try and do something from college. That's the best thing. That's the end of it. That's the end of the advice.
Nah, boring.
Nerdy.
I didn't do
boring.
that. Look,
boring advice.
There's
That's really
always
boring.
and I used to work in college admissions, and they say there's always a way. There's always a back door, and I say no, there is not. Sometimes there is. Sometimes there's ways to do other things, but no, there is not. And if you do the level 5s and the FETAC, that's very competitive as well. So if anyone,
VTACs are fun.
Well,
VTAC.
they tried to
for
change the
you,
name.
It's
There is always
should
a
do a
back
feed
door,
tech.
though.
There is not.
What do you mean? There's a back door.
When I used to work in a college, and
know
they'd
what I
say,
mean.
we're wondering, on the phone, they'd say, is there a back door? And I said, all of our students enter through the front arch.
Oh, that's good.
Not Trinity, though. I didn't work in Trinity, but that's some variation of that. But anyway, it's an annoying time, and no reason for people listening to this, I don't think.
I don't think
But what
people
I
should
find
go
is
to
annoying
college.
about it, people who are like in their 40s and stuff, that young people have no idea who they are, and they're posting on their social media as if they have like a big Leaving Cert following. The people that age are following stuff that you have no idea about, and they're doing things that we don't even know what they're talking about all the time. They're not watching you. They're not trying to see what, I don't know, some radio presenter or something has to say.
I think college has been the least essential it's ever been for different types. There are so many different types of jobs right now that I do not think that college is essential for the job. I mean, look, yes, a CV, they would probably prefer to see that you did something, but also if you were working in that time and you got one promotion in that time, they might also be impressed with that. But it also depends on what you're looking to do.
Yeah, but sometimes, Tony, see, that's all well and good. That's all hippy-dippy stuff. Very
It's not
good.
hippy-dippy stuff.
It is, but that doesn't...
It's practical data.
Tony, brass tacks, right? A lot of jobs say minimum level 8 honours degree. The end. You're out of that job. The end. So don't be... young people go to college. Go to college. Do whatever.
Don't go to college.
Just get through it.
Go to college unless it's fun. If it's something fun,
as I've always advised, make a viral video, start generating some income from your Instagram.
yes.
I said that before.
Move to London, grow your TikTok and get paid as a creator, unlike Killian, who doesn't get paid.
Move to Paris. Just, read a lot of the great authors. Read Hemingway. Read Joyce. Then
Voltaire.
come back. Well, I didn't like Voltaire. I wasn't into Voltaire.
Wow.
A bit too French for me. Actually, I went to France and didn't read any of the French. Read Dostoevsky. Discover yourself. Move to New York.
Yeah.
Get down and out.
Join a
in
choir.
New York City. Join a choir. Live a life. Live your life.
Don't go to college. Go on YouTube and look up like how to edit videos, and then just do that, and then repost other people's content online, and then grow.
We're now doing exactly what I thought, what I'm complaining about.
I know.
We're now
that's the
trying to
joke.
give advice. Is that what the joke?
That's a joke. Yeah.
Okay.
No one will ever tell me not to give advice. My whole fucking thing is giving unsolicited advice that I would never follow myself. So don't you hide my light in a bush under a bushel.
You leave my bush out of this.
Don't put my light.
You leave my bush out of
It needs
this.
to be bushel free.
For too long, I have listened to you attack my bush.
My bushel.
And I won't have it anymore. No, I'm making a stand. And I'm sorry, and I'm glad Killian's back to witness this.
No,
because
my
it is
bush has been dragged through the media.
dragged through the hedge. My bush was dragged through the hedge. Now, what about this? How come lots of people found porn under a bush? What happened there?
Great point.
Hands up, did you find porn under a bush?
Once or twice.
See? How come all three of us, that's 100%
I know,
of people in
I
our
know.
age bracket,
Yeah.
100%, I've just done the survey, 100% found porn under a bush. Who bought that porn? Who put it under the bush? How did so many people
big
find that
kid.
bush? Yeah, but
big
this
kid.
is remarkable.
And word of mouth spread that there is porn under the bush or a porn shack. I mean, it's an international thing. Even in America, there's proper porn shacks where like the treehouse has the porn in it. Do you know what I mean? Just we don't have our own private space, but we are like dogs and we hide things. We bury things.
We smell the porn.
We smell the porn.
We sniff it out.
We sniff it out. Did you have any porn mags being passed around or anything like that? Did you have to have feign interest in porn mags?
One time in school, there was one of those horrible. This shows you the time. One of those tabloid things did like a whole magazine of celebrity women who were papped sunbathing topless.
That's cool. Do you have the link?
I don't. It was a long
Still?
time ago.
So I can delete it.
And in
lock it.
Disgusting.
in
Yeah,
supervised
report it.
study, you remember supervised study, which
Oh, yeah.
was
Oh, yeah.
really like such a strange atmosphere because it was school, but it wasn't, and no one was. Anyway,
Yeah.
in supervised study, people were just passing around topless Kylie Minogue, and it wasn't even like it was like the joke was we're all just passing this picture to each other, and the teacher can't see us do that.
Yes. That's a fun joke.
That was the joke.
That's a bit of a-
That's what we did.
Remember one time my friend Kieran, whatever, he had a printer and he printed off.
I like that momentary. Should I say this?
He
I'm
was the
going
first-
to say it and regret
he
it
was
later.
the first person who had a computer, a PC, and he got it for Christmas. And this was like 4th class. And so immediately, porn.com printed off a picture of a fully naked woman. And he didn't know, obviously, page setup and that kind of thing wasn't really a thing when you were printing. So it printed out kind of sideways across 2 pages.
Yeah.
So he kind of brought in 2 pages that when you put them together made a full
Oh my God.
naked woman.
Kind
That's
of
great.
the opposite
So-
of a
Reminds me of one of those
centerfold.
newsboys.
Yeah.
Hear ye, hear ye.
But there was the boobies and there was the gi, And they were both going around. So, like, he'd be like, oh, you have the booze for a second. And who got the key? And then he'd be like, I know. And then they would go missing for a while. And he'd be like, you know, like, oh, Giffo's got both of them. Yeah, no, give us that, you know. And we were like literally passing it around the whole time. You might have Gee for a while, you might have the boobs. And so it was still kind of like, what does a full naked woman look like? You know what I mean? So it took a while.
Puzzle.
You know, it took a while.
That's kind of adorable in its own way.
It is, you know, until you see one of them looking at it like, you know, I'm like, all right, mate, you've had enough. You need to cut him off.
Give back the key right now.
Give back that key
right now. You can't handle the key.
Yeah, I don't know what about it.
I'm good for it, man. Just give me the key. Give me 5 minutes to get the key, man. Come on, you gotta give me the key. You gotta help me out. I'm sick, man. Tony, I'm sick. Please, come on, give me the key. You gotta give me the key.
It's the last time, all right?
All right, I promise. And I'm sorry.
And this page better not stick when you give it back.
It won't. I swear, Tony. And then ding, 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 boom, he's hit by the subway.
Yeah.
That's how it would end.
Yeah, but no, it was fun to go, you know. I remember my brother once went into the shop to buy. He thought his idea was, I'm going to buy a Playboy magazine, and so he thought, like, I'm going to get stuff for my mom. You know, I'm going to say.
How old was he?
He was like 12 maybe, and he was like went to like the corner shop and they sold Playboy, and he's like, "Hi, I'm just getting some things from my dad. Can I get 20 Marlboro Lights and you ever like a porn and they're like, hang on, you've already no, all right.
That's a good starting point though. Give me a pack of smokes.
Pack of smokes.
Casually smokes.
Bottle of Jack Daniels, and you want to have a porn magazine?
I suppose porn magazine.
Whatever.
Break a 50, see how much you get back out of that.
And the little lick of a shopkeeper was all like, sorry, I actually want to speak to your mother. I think he actually knew my mum, and he had to go being like, your son was in here saying that he was buying a porn magazine for his dad.
Quite inappropriate, yeah. Like, I mean, maybe it's good of the shopkeeper to check in.
I mean,
on the dad, he's like, "Get me a few titties there, son."
Oh yeah, that's true. I suppose. Yeah. No, I think he caught a whiff of this, kind of being very.
Yeah. Okay, he's a rat then.
Yeah. But you remember when you go in pretending to be a man to try and buy, drink underage?
Hello, sir.
Hello. Like literally, we were not far off. There was a place in Fairview called the Strand, and they would serve anyone. And the whole thing was you'd go in there, and no matter what age, they'd just be like, "Bring ID next time." And they thought that was them getting out of. So I remember we were my mate Joe's. We dressed up my friend Ian in like Joe's dad's suit. We were probably like 16, and so literally like hanging off the sleeves, goes in. And then I said, "You know what you should do? Get the car keys and start swinging them around." That's what adults do.
I was just going to say, yeah.
So swings them around, in his mouth. And that goes in being like, "Can I get 4 wickets, 9 Dutch gold?" Whatever. A few mixers, whatever you have in yourself, And then it was like, "Yeah, bring ID next time." You fucking think so, And then we got absolutely shit faced. We were crying. We took off all our clothes. Joe's parents came back. Ian was marching around in the nip with an army hat. My mate was getting sick. Like, it was too much. You know what I mean? We do need to be protected. Mm-hmm. Children do need to be protected.
But that does sound like good crack, though.
It was good crack.
Fun. The nudie.
It was kind of a bit of a twee kind of orgy, but, it was fun.
Nude with a thing is good.
Yeah.
Nude with an army hat, good. Nude with boots, good.
Yeah.
Nude with wellies,
and
this
socks.
kind of thing.
Yeah, it kind of disarms it a little bit, Yeah,
it takes the edge off.
Takes the edge off a little bit.
This is a good point to say that there have been... a lot of people have left RT2FM, and this is just the kind of...
See, this is the kind of morning banter
This is the kind of morning banter that we could do.
Yeah, we'd be great.
They basically, nearly every presenter on RT2FM is gone. And
wow.
They've kind of hinted that there's a social media person who they are
an opening, if you will.
An opening, if you will.
A page 2 of a printed
over
form.
the last few minutes, the topics we've covered. A schoolboy
leaving cert,
naked with his with a hat on.
Yes.
We talked about... Tony said something about a schoolgirl in...
No, I did. No, sorry. You've been very pervy on baristas in the past.
Excuse me, baristas of age.
Okay.
I have only pervy on baristas of age.
How was I to know?
Oh,
I actually listened to that back, and
stop it!
I listened to that back, and I said, "Boy, like the boy I'm talking about. He's like 25. It's not like a boy. Can I just put? What am I doing? I shouldn't have even said that. I don't even know why I said that.
Anyway,
oh my god,
Kevin Backhurst, we are
available.
We can do 2FM. We can do it.
Shane would like to choose the barista who serves in the canteen. Yeah. Weird thing that he has in the contract, but he would like to choose
BYOB. Bring your own barista.
Bring your own boy.
I only fancy baristas from independent vendors. Ain't no canteen.
It's weird. He's made Ray train as a barista because he said he's not attracted to him.
Can you put the school cap on?
Ray does make me coffee every single morning. Isn't that nice?
That's the cornerstone.
Does he do it in the
Chemex?
So it depends.
I saw you with a Chemex.
We have a
on
Chemex
the thing before.
So if you have single coffee, then you'll use an AeroPress, and then we don't say, "Do you want coffee?" You say, "Do you want a Chemex?" And then we make 2 coffees because the Chemex is big. Wow. That's just how we do it. And let us know the boring, trivial details.
This
of
is more
your
2FM,
home
like
life.
very
approachable
2FM.
thing, that people are missing out on. Chemex,
We've got Shane on the line. He's using a Chemex. Shane, what's the Chemex like?
Would you use that? Would you use that for 1 cup?
No, we just use it for 2.
This is fucking
So
crazy.
2 cups for the Chemex, but he's using 1 for the... How many utensils have you got there? What do you do the coffee with spoons and things like that? Shane, Jesus Christ. Now, we do just have news on the line that there's been a horrific crash on the M9. And today we're asking, is death just the final frontier? Frontier...
Well, we
Tony-
are great at death at the end of the day.
We're very good with death. The frontier, I'm thinking cowboys, I'm thinking an era on the front of your head, frontier. I'm thinking these kind of things. Is death really something we should embrace, guys?
Well, back to the gays at Gable End. Shane, what do you think about death? What do the gays think about death?
Well, obviously, just want to say hello to everyone who knows me. No, I think we're great at death in this culture.
That's great.
That's
what do
hilarious.
the gays say next?
Shane, that's so
They're
funny.
always funny. They're always funny.
Stop.
Can I guess the mystery voice?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Go on, yeah.
So who is this person going on a very right-wing tirade?
That's my German impression.
Thank you.
Is it Blondie Nichothik?
Yes! It is!
Oh, it was actually.
Now, a few minutes to exclude our international listeners. I hope you've enjoyed that. Welcome back to international time.
Don't you pander for them?
Yeah.
Hey,
I like
wake up,
them.
figure it out.
I like them.
Hey, guess what? If you don't know what we're talking about, Google it. I'm not going to fucking explain
They
it to
can't.
you.
Well, to be fair, you can't. You're not going to. If you don't speak any Irish at all, you can't Google Blondie Nichothik. What are you going to look up? I met Blondie before. Nice.
Right-wing at all?
Liked her twice. I don't know her political leanings.
Which one's Blonde?
Remains to be seen. Blonde is the redhead one who you're going back years. She's not 2 years. She does the Nationwide now. Even though I really should have hosted Nationwide. That's my dream job. I'd drop you two like a hot snot if they were like, "Do you want to present Nationwide?" Oh my God, I'd absolutely love it. Going around to craft fairs and like someone who's a metal smith on an island. Oh my, I'd love that.
I'm not for showcasing small businesses at all.
You
It's
get
not
so
about
jealous.
business,
I know, I'm not for that.
Any time you would just you're like, well, yeah, but it's actually kind of shit, isn't it?
You
don't have a
hate
fucking-
the craft and traditional arts,
No,
Tony.
I just think we
admit
don't-
it. You hate it.
Fucking
Yeah.
I've seen it. Do you know what I mean?
Big
Can we not
business.
just have people? Can I not just watch a travel show or something of people just going somewhere actually having fun and like just drinking pints and like laughing with each other and cracking jokes like that? Like what people actually do. I'm sick of it.
Nationwide is
This
not a
is
travel
literally
show.
your pitch to RT for our show.
Those guys from 2FM.
Now that we have the ears of our nation's broadcasters.
frontiers.
The frontiers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many ears does Spock have? The left ear, the right ear, and the final front ear. 3. Should have said 3 first.
That was already a joke, so frontier. Damn it.
That's so shit.
Fucking hell.
Don't forget, if you like this, you can subscribe for more.
You should subscribe for more. No, I don't know all this fucking, And tell me, how do you make the soy candles? Like, fuck off. I don't really care.
You just be saying, and I could just get this on Amazon for cheaper.
Yeah,
You'd be just showing them Alibaba on your phone going, look at that. That's
And
how
what's
much
the normal delivery time? A
that's
week?
how much that would be on Alibaba.
Yeah.
That's the
There you
same
are.
thing basically to me, who doesn't care about this.
Well, I use DHgate or AliExpress. Seldomly, because I'm sustainable. I'm sustainable, so I only seldom use AliExpress to get my knockoff Bose jerseys.
Do they sell Bose jerseys on AliExpress?
Oh, yeah, they do, yeah.
Are you joking me?
Yeah, they do. Got the Dublin Bus one. Got the Bob Marley one.
I don't think you should be talking about that.
I don't know. I don't support Bose. I got them as gifts for people. And I was looking to get it as cheap as possible, using as much air miles as physically possible.
I wanted to get used strawberries, but it was too early for the strawberry salespeople this morning from Wexford.
Thanks very
that
much.
would have been
They
nice.
weren't at the they weren't at any of the huts.
Okay.
I'm always doing that. The
I'll be
same thing
grateful
that
when
you
you
just
actually
did
give them to me,
there,
though.
where I go, like I don't get something for Anna, and I say, I was going to surprise you.
That's great.
Oh
like,
yeah, well,
I didn't, You
Do
didn't.
you know my
get us strawberries.
intentions though was to bring you
Yes, that's all you're
strawberries.
doing. You're showing your intentions. You're just basically trying to get a free I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, so when you do that, then I'll go, oh, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
that's what-
But until then, I'll just look at
Until
you
then,
dead
I'll look
face.
at you and go, you did no.
All right,
You
good
know
to
what?
know.
I also didn't get you guys strawberries.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I
Shane-
could have got
Tony
it from,
did too.
from the schoolgirl who sold me the coffee. There was a farm shop there, but I didn't want to buy from the farm shop. I wanted it authentically roadside.
Yeah.
Well, now that
Hut.
we're talking about this, right? I was actually...
Great. And we've been finally. This has been bubbling up for ages.
No,
it's time
no.
we talk
No,
about
yeah,
this.
no, it
it's
isn't like
okay,
that.
all right, let's
I
talk
was
about
actually
it.
I was going to get you guys Lexuses.
Yeah.
I was going to get you a Lexus.
This
each.
is really embarrassing. But I was going to get you guys both mansions in the Hamptons.
No
I was gonna
way.
do just before on the way, but I couldn't
Oh,
because
wow.
I wanted it to be an authentic Hamptons dealer.
Wow.
From someone from the Selling Sunset.
So you're going to
show.
wait until you are speaking to
So
one
I'm
of them,
going to
and then
wait
you are
till
going to
I'm
get one?
talking to one of them, and then
So
I'll get
you are
you.
going to get some. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Hold
well,
on,
you-
I don't. This is at my expense. This
Yes.
is not the dynamic
It is
of
at
this
yours.
podcast.
Yeah.
Let's not forget. I pick on Killian. The
Do you know what wasn't it?
There's
Your
nothing-
expense. The
Pick some.
strawberries you didn't buy us.
Oh!
Oh my god!
What are they, like €8?
Roasted. Oh my
Roasted
God. I'm
Tom
humiliated.
Brady on Shaw in a Coney.
Kilcannick.
In a, whatever.
Oh
shut
my
up.
god! Wow.
You know. I speak the Queen's Bella, and I. No, I'd love to know more Kupla Fuckle or whatever.
Yeah.
That's how we'll get. That's how we'll get on 2FM.
Kupla
Apparently, you need
Fuckle.
to speak Irish to get on 2FM.
They told you that in school. Like, very important to speak Irish. You need if you want to work in RTE, but they don't think to speak Irish. And you know what else they used to tell you in school as well? Things that would looks great in your CV. You should go into the life saving. Looks great
Yes.
in your CV.
Looks great.
The
This is-
Gashka.
Looks great. Gosh, oh,
Yeah.
Let me tell you, if there's a recruiter, if there's a HR man, lads, listen, lads. There's a HR man, and he sees the Gashka, even the bronze. He's gonna put you. That'll fly you up through the ranks.
That's
What do
even-
teachers know
way
about the
more.
world of business? Like it's like that's the like teachers are not people who have to kind of compete
Yeah.
for jobs where they don't know what like my dad wouldn't have a
It's like a
clue
priest
about
teaching
what
you
it's
about
like to get a
shagging.
job through like proper like those kind of interview processes. So they're just pulling. They're like, I would love to have someone with a Gashka award. I feel like that's really cool.
Yeah.
Or someone who shook hands with the president. I mean, that's why I would hire someone to be my managing director here at
So you don't know either. So I'm not taking your
HPMV, HV,
HSBC?
HSV,
HPV,
HNV,
the human
BBC,
papillomavirus.
HPV.
HPV,
We all got it.
HSV,
We all
RP.
got it.
Got a Goshka, then I got HPV. So look at me.
Well, yeah.
That's-
There's a big gap here, Tony, where you went to London and you were fucking around for a few years. Yeah, well, no, as you can see, I did do the Gashka. I walked over. I walked over 10 kilometers 3 days in a row.
I don't even know
So
what the
I
Gashka
mean,
is.
I actually did see that on your CV, and I have to say, it looks great.
Sorry, that's a misspelling. It
It
was
looks
actually
great.
the gash because I was sleeping around a lot.
Hey.
Well, that's not true. I was in a committed relationship for most of the time there. But how about instead of what looks good on the CV, how about what feels good in the soul, huh? Rather about what it looks like on the outside for someone looking at you. What about what you are? What about the beautiful spirit that you am? Okay?
You am.
You am.
yeah.
Rather than what
Yeah.
looks good on your
And
CV.
remember that they're not interviewing you; you're interviewing them.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. And look,
Yeah.
I don't have a degree. Okay? I'll tell you what I do have. Experience. Tell you what I have. I have a degree from the University of Life. Right?
Yeah.
I have honours in experience and hard work and grit. You tell me how many of them out of the Quinn School have that. And I've got a Geshka. So, ready to go.
There is an abuse of power. So, I think there needs to be some kind of law in teachers kind of spouting their own kind of look, I think definitely have more engaged teachers, definitely have more personalities, but people who spout shit like that, being like, the fucking school of hard knocks or whatever like that. Like kids, the amount of shit I had to listen to from teachers just give me their kind of life philosophy that I didn't agree with, that I had to sit there and be compliant with. It's like a taxi driver times 10, and you're there just all sitting there and they have their audience and you're kind of, I don't really agree with that, sir. I think you're full of shit. One teacher who was all like, I didn't want to get married. I could buy you.
I love it. Tell the boys about that. Let me tell you, I'm raging.
I'm glad I got divorced.
like,
I'm glad.
I didn't want to get married. I can go out tomorrow and buy a car. Don't want to, but I could. I don't want to have someone telling me that I can't buy a car. And I'm like, well, I know you can, because you'd get a new car, because I've seen your car. You know what I mean? And I'll have to list this and be like, okay, yeah.
Like, no, I like it's a more solitary life, I like staying in and not, all people texting me, calling me, all that kind of stuff. I like sort of sitting at home in the evening and the takeaway on the telly and just, maybe a few tears roll down the cheeks as you
Absolutely.
listen to Dido, and you know that's life, lads. That's
I can listen
fucking
to
life.
the
You're
Grateful
living it.
Dead. I can listen to the Grateful Dead as loud as I want. No, I don't obviously with the headphones on because my man's asleep upstairs. But I could listen to the Grateful Dead as loud as I want when she's out for the day. It doesn't go up that much, but I could. You know what I mean? That's the kind of, and I'm like, yeah, you know. Although I think there are very good teachers who have a more kind of engaging, hey, challenge me on everything kind of philosophy, and that's quite good.
Like, not to mention my dad too many times on the podcast.
No, please. I love
But
French.
his big thing.
What is he, a barista or something? You love him so much?
He's a handsome man.
He is gorgeous.
No, but his
He's
big
not
thing
barista
is
level.
he's like
He
really
is.
hates that everyone always moves to like Berlin.
Berlin.
And his big thing is always telling people like, no, you shouldn't move to Berlin. You should move to the smaller towns in Germany. You know, like Gelsenkirchen. You know, Gelsenkirchen
making
or like
shit up.
you know Bielefeld. Do you know what like old like German towns, the smaller ones are full of? It's just old people, like massive amounts of old people. Germany is an insanely high old population, and my dad is literally just going to all these young people like, don't go to Berlin. Everybody goes to Berlin. Go to like, you know, Sachsenhausen, and it's like it's like go to the bingo club at Sachsenhausen. You have a really good time.
Killian, you
Good
would
stuff.
clean up at the bingo hall at Sachsenhausen.
The bingo Halle.
Bingo Halle.
Yeah.
Although you'd probably put on a bit of weight from all the kuchen you'd be getting from the LBDs, I'd say.
You mean the rhubarb and
Rhubarb,
the rhubarb cake?
Wie kommt
That's
am
a
besten
callback.
zum Bingo-Halle, bitte? Ich gehe hier geradeaus und dann die erste Straße links.
Es ist Straße links
Ein-
und dann there's the bingo Halle.
Ein
Das Bingo-Halle.
Bingo. Zwei. Bingo. Drei.
Drei
Bingo. What would be
Shaking up the balls,
88
bitte.
two fat ladies?
Okay.
Although I think they've changed that now.
88.
Oh my God, he doesn't speak German at all.
88. Ist
Zwei
fantastisch.
Damen
It's
Fatten.
fantastic.
Es ist fantastisch. 88. Doesn't
Okay.
really rhyme.
No,
Oh,
there's
you're
two
trying to
fat
make
ladies.
up. No, do the two fat ladies.
Yeah, but that wouldn't rhyme.
No, there's
I
two,
know.
two fat ladies.
Neither
does
was
not
boys
rhyme
are
with
back in
88.
town.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Sorry, we're gonna win
Two
the hard
fat
one.
ladies.
Yeah.
Zwei dicke Frauen.
Dicke Frau.
Zwei dicke
Hallo,
Frauen.
Leute. Okay, es ist zwei dicke Frauen.
Das ist gut
Dick.
für mich und gut für dich.
Zwei dicke Frauen. Und
Make me dick frown.
what are the other ones? Give me more. This is actually kind of fun.
Two ducks, 22, two little ducks, 22.
22. Two little ducks.
Two little ducks. Zwei kleine Enten. Oh, I don't know the word ending on that. Zwei kleine Enten.
All right. What's your dad's number?
All right.
What's your dad's number?
We just lost the 2FM deal because we were all primed and ready to go, and then they were
Okay.
like,
If
Killian
you think
didn't know the
it's
word
and
ending.
it's not the weird kind of pedophilic things Tony has said on this podcast.
I haven't said anything paedophilic, I'll have you know,
You
for
said
a change.
something predatory about a school
Roll the tape.
uniform.
I didn't be fucking whole. I normally... No, I didn't this time.
I normally
No,
say
I didn't say
I think
anything.
I normally.
No, I
The
know.
deal is in the bag. We were about to get it, and now it's gone.
Can you get onto Zwei FM
2 FM.
instead? Maybe they might have us.
FM 2.
We could be there like...
German radio's shite.
Token
it's
Irish.
really bad.
We had
Irish
some
radio's
before
very
we had
good.
German ads. Tony, you have trimmed your moustache and you can see a lot of your whole mouth. It's changed your face.
Yeah.
Have you been to the man?
Have you
been to the man.
Because I was saying you smell very nice.
He gave me 11 different aftershaves.
Quite a nice one.
He did his old little trick of the little eucalyptus in the little dish up the nose, used the same snotty finger to rub around my head. That was all tingly. And then there was a bit left on his nail, so we bunged it up his own nose. I feel like we're just two little messers. Do you know what I mean?
He
I
put his
feel like
finger
it's
up your nose.
Well,
Kind of
his
just
finger
giving
up
you
my nose.
glamorous wet willies.
Yeah, he was. But like I fucking love it. I would rather even go in there and be like, do you want the mystery box? And be like, what's the mystery box? I don't know. Just going to fuck around with you a little bit. But you have to pretend to be asleep. And then you go in there and you pretend to be asleep. And then he's like putting like grass down your chest. And then he's like, I don't know, like pouring ketchup on
Shaving
your ears.
parmesan on your eyes.
Just doing mad shit. Like, we're like, I love it. We're just playing fucking doctors. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And we're
it's good.
acting like it's something that it's self-care. It's not. It's having the kind of little mischievous touch of another man. That's great. You know? It's great. And it's nothing untoward.
No.
You know?
No,
And it's not
it's-
sexual either.
I wouldn't suggest
Just a bit of
so.
like, tiddling on each other or whatever. Fiddling around. It's
Fiddling.
great. Fiddling around, fucking tiddling around and finding out.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
So I just think that's a great part of the process. But I tell you what, it was a lot of Russia Today, though, he's playing, though, I have to say.
Russia Today.
Russia Today.
RT.
RT, yeah. All right, chill out, guys. You in Putin's back pocket?
No, I'm just
Say it
no,
right,
just-
is it?
Just
Right.
for the sake of the listeners.
I
Russia
think there's
Today.
a different perspective on things that we should be looking at, That's all.
Yeah. Well, he hates America, which, he's Iraqi, so I can totally understand. you
Fair.
know. totally.
Very fair.
You know what I mean?
The Turkish barber is Iraqi. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't know who I can rely on anymore. Everyone keeps changing. That's the future that they want. That's what the left want. They want Turks to be Iraqis. How am I supposed to keep up?
It's hard to
Literally
keep up.
sounds like the
How am I
conversation the old
supposed
men
to
have
keep
in the
up?
sauna when I'm in the sauna and the old men in the municipal sauna. I'm in the conversation. They're like, now I'm listen, all right. Apparently now all the talks are Iraqis.
Yeah, that's the thing.
No, they're going around. They're saying they're Iraqis now. All the talks.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Or if someone like just changes the name of something, you know, like, I don't know, say if there's a new identifiable term, they just be like, and now they're all this. Like as if they were lying and you know, it's hard to kind of explain.
No, the Iraqis, there's not enough Iraqis now because the talks have all become so different. The Iraqis are now Spanish.
There's a shortage of Iraqis.
There's a short of Iraqis.
That's what's going on. That's why they're all moving around.
Yeah.
Now
There's not enough Iraqis.
Inuits there now. Like they've had to change into Inuits.
No, they've
like,
gone back.
Well, no, like, you know, they haven't done that, and there's just an outdated term that you don't use anymore.
Joe, I want to make a call. Now, I'm not racist. I know you get accused of being racist all the time. They want us all in igloos. That's what they want.
Well,
We're Rathfarnham, right?
No,
and there is a number of igloos have popped up in the area in Rathfarnham, and that's the future they want for us all to have. What, my grandchildren go and live in an igloo?
I reckon they bring a bit more snow with them. I don't do Joe. What do you do, Joe?
Like up here, they're like this. They're making igloos out in Farnham now. Is that Joe?
Joe's finishing as well.
No.
Is he?
Oh, that's a job.
I thought he
That's a
finished.
job.
Has he got some new innocent
Did I make
smoothie
that up?
contract or something?
No.
What? Oh.
He's gone to the launch of
Joe
some
doesn't
new
need no
innocent smoothie.
sponcon. He's been
Imagine
looked
Joe did
after.
sponcon.
He's been well looked after for a while.
Then we have this thing called Manscape. Manscape, now, if anyone has a cleaner downstairs, it's Mr. Duffy.
And it's particularly the road is they're very gentle on your testicles.
You don't want it hurting your balls. You don't want it. Sure, yeah. Of
Were
course,
you just
sure
sitting
you
there
don't.
getting that? That's a very good Duffy.
Yeah, I know. I don't listen to it though. I don't
Do it
listen
again.
that
Do it
far.
again.
And I can't. You put me on the spot now.
Apologies. You don't want it hurting your balls. Sorry. Let me try to get it.
A lot of the pubes would be very bushy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what would Holly Kearns think of this Inuit agenda?
I think there's a number of false claims that have been made about Inuit or any indigenous populations from various areas are not moving into Ireland. And the Taoiseach, your government has stood over these accusations for a long number of time. And that's why you must vote for the change you want to see. For the progressive Social Democrats. Not the Progressive Democrats. They closed years ago. Yeah.
They closed years ago. Am I getting it?
When is she doing like an audiobook or a sleep album or something
God.
like that?
That'd be great.
Definitely. It's just, I'm like,
That's why she's in. That's why she's gone running, because she's trying to set up a little pathway for herself to have an audiobook career.
They're using ASMR to get elected. That's what they're doing. They're doing the Social Democrats.
You need to vote independent, and then you won't have any of them ASMRs.
That's what happened with Simon Harris.
ASMR.
Opening a package here. 1 second.
If you look at a
Do you
video,
like that? Now you're getting in your left ear, and now you're getting in your right ear, and now I'm just tying my tie.
look at any video of Simon Harris, and every single one of them looks like it's one of those AI videos. You know, those ones of like where it's someone from Irish media saying like I am Anne Doyle. This is a great way to make money. You know, every single one of those of Simon Harris talking. Simon Harris,
He's
the
also
Taoiseach.
always
It's hard to even get out of your mouth, isn't it?
But he's always looking
On
around
Taoiseach
nervously.
Simon Harris.
He looked
The
pretty
lad,
hot.
His eyes.
You know, he looked pretty hot, recognizing the state of Palestine. I'm not going to lie. When he was standing there and he was saying his shit, it was like it moved.
And you could
I don't
see-
like him, but it moved.
You could see Micheál Martin next to him going like, fucking wish I had this moment.
Yeah,
Because they're all thinking about the reeling in the ears reel. And they're like, this is the bit that gets picked. This is the bit that gets picked. And it's like,
And
I'm
what'll
not
they
doing
do?
it.
Play that like Kendrick song about Drake being a pedo over it or something?
Yeah,
you know?
it'll probably be that. Yeah. I haven't listened to that.
It'll be the kids rapping song.
Oh, well.
The children who do the hip hop.
Oh, that's
I
class.
doubt it.
I
It'll be
doubt
that
it.
song.
That's doing so well. It's
Well,
almost at rhubarb cake level of funniness.
You need to fucking tuck that up.
Job.
I was in New Orleans one time. This is
No.
I was in
Down by
Nolans.
the bar.
And my friends had gone home, and I'd stayed on myself, and it was like raining down like it does in New Orleans.
No.
And there was thunder in the sky, and
It
there
don't
was
rain
jazz
often, but
in
when
the
it does, it
streets.
come down heavy.
It come down heavy.
The rain
You gotta
came
put-
down, the rain come up.
I tell you what, it's coming from below, it's coming from up high. Umbrella don't do you good in that place.
Oh,
Unless you
man.
turn it upside down and you walk around and you're going like a boat.
This ain't no place for a parasol. It's New Orleans.
It's New Orleans. You got them going down the umbrella boats. They put an umbrella on their head. They put an umbrella on their
The
shoes.
story's not as good as the fun impressions, unfortunately. But I went
go
into
on.
like a cinema and no one was there because it was lashing rain. It was just me and this guy.
Welcome
and
to
it
the
was-
picture house
Welcome
in New
to the
Orleans.
Can I get you some Bob Gone?
Come on, see, you got a picture? We got a Western.
We got moving pictures here in New Orleans.
Would you like some minstrels? Galaxy minstrels?
Galaxy Mistress. Anyway, the guy was there. He was showing. It was an independent cinema, and he said, "Oh, you're Irish." And I was like, "Oh, he didn't know." Yeah,
Killian's an famous supporter of the arts.
And he said,
You Irish?
"Irish, oh, my boy, my boy. We don't get many down here. It's mainly French, Cajun."
For occasion.
And he was like, he said that Michael D. Higgins had come and helped him with some sort of Palestinian event. This was
really?
talking about 8 years ago,
Wow.
and he'd been doing it for a long time. So he should have announced it.
Oh, I love him. I love him. Michael D.
Saying I haven't had any uptake on my appeal yet.
What's your appeal?
My appeal for get us to some kind
For
of
us.
for a party in the Oris.
I feel like he's about to break free of this appeal.
Oh,
I think he wants to go on his own.
from last week's one.
Yeah.
Oh, I watched this with such.
What was it like watching
such a patronising
having-
kind of contempt for both of you?
What was it
Yeah.
like?
Because I have been in the Oris. I've been invited to the Oris. I have been there. I've shook hands with the president himself. And I've
have?
been there. I've been at the garden parties. I've sat there. I've eaten
Wait,
the
shut
little
up. What have you
cucumber
been to?
sandwiches.
You have not.
Shut up. What
I've
have you been
listened.
to?
I've been there. I've pet the dogs.
No more joking. What have
have
you
you
been
done?
to?
The garden party on Bloomsday.
Shut up.
Why?
Yeah, because Anna's mother, the wonderful Brenda, is a very talented actor, and she performs the final part of the.
So
dance,
Brenda
the
was
short
invited,
story.
and you were a
No,
plus
I
two.
wasn't. No. Yeah, no.
Who you know?
And I went there along,
Who you
and the
bloody
president,
know.
and he, do you know what? He comes running over. And he
Can I
goes,
say you have a very
"Brenda."
cavalier attitude about this, verging on the cruel, actually.
Yeah.
You're being very cruel about this.
You're saying he came
No.
bounding over
He
to
came
you.
bounding over, and it was a sunny day, and there
You
were
scooped
hundreds
him
of
up in
people
your
from the
arms.
arts there. It was all people from the arts, and Brenda performed The Dead, and it was you could hear a pin drop. It was incredible, and then
could hear a pin drop.
you could hear a pin drop,
Wow.
and then the president actually, Michael, I call him, and he actually I don't, I call him Uachtaráin,
Wow.
and he said some of his poetry, and
What did Sabina do?
well, Sabina and Brenda would be good friends, so we'd be we'd be chatting, we'd be hanging out, and
Do you know what I do like when Sabina causes a bit of trouble?
Yeah.
It's fab. It's fab.
know who that is.
Like Sabina's his wife, and sometimes she'll like do something terrible. She'll write a letter to the Irish Times. But Sabina,
great.
she's
Love
a
that.
mad bitch.
She does
Oh,
it,
she's
stirs
a
the
mad
pot.
thing. She's a mad thing.
So and he comes bounding over in his way, and
You picked him up, held him
and
over your head like a
yeah,
dirty
It was
dancing.
great. Yeah,
You put him
we
on
were
your
there.
shoulder so he could see the dead.
Yeah, but
he
he
puts
couldn't.
Miguel
Yeah,
in the
You
corner.
couldn't see Brenda do the reading, so he had
But
to
I'll
lift him
see.
up.
I'll talk to someone and I'll see if I can.
Oh, I don't like this
Yeah,
power
I'll
shift.
see what I can do. I don't know. I mean, I'll see what I can do.
What's the connection between Uachtaráin and Uachtaráin?
They're both delicious and nice with a bit of salt.
Yeah, but why are they...
Oh, don't know. Uachtaráin, meaning ice cream. I don't know, Tony.
Why
I
is
don't
it
know.
Uachtar?
I don't know. Can the Gael Gore get in touch with us? on
Anyone
that
with a funny or
immediately?
explain to me?
Yeah, come on.
I'm just a cookie American. Can anyone with a funny or funny arrogant explain why the difference between Uachtaráin and Uachtaráin is?
Okay,
ice
yeah,
cream.
then we'll probably get something.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
We'll probably get something.
I'm trying so hard to think of jokes. I'm like, scoop of ice cream, scoop up the... I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know, whatever. Yeah. Cone? Is there anything? Cone?
Do you know one
Sorry,
that came
I
in my
thought this
head that I
was-
didn't say, but I'll say it because it's so bad. I was like, both of them could be in Lord of the Rings. I don't even.
Interesting. Oh,
That-
because
that's-
the Urukai.
Urukai, and then
Orasan Uachtaráin.
And then the
Urukai.
president looks like a bit like a hobbit.
Please keep your geeky references out of this
That's
podcast.
true.
This is a podcast for legends, all right?
When we go,
Please
right,
rein it in.
I'm going to be like, sorry, I thought this was Orasan Uachtaráin, and then I'm going to lick him
Oh.
like he's an ice cream.
Lick his auras?
That might be you
Lycosaurus.
on a list somewhere of like not allowed in.
Imagine they killed me.
You're on the list.
Imagine I licked Michael D. Higgins and they shot me dead. You know his little Michael Collins that follows him around everywhere. Imagine he just fucking shot me dead with an old Luger.
His aide de camp.
Whatever.
That'd be
Please respect his
Time magazine photo of the year would be you like being being shot as you were
It's
licking.
like the photo of Jack Ruby shooting like Lee Harvey Oswald. And I'm getting shot with my tongue out and Michael D's wiping his wet face.
That would be good.
But Shane won't lick anyone if you bring him. I will. So that's just call it spade
Bring
spade.
me.
I don't know. I might go back if I get invited. I might go back. I'll see. I mean, I've been there. I don't know. I might go back, but
I'm losing interest in it now because you're spoiling it for me.
It does sound less sexy.
I
hearing
expressed-
what little tier he can get invited
I
on.
made myself vulnerable and I put myself out there and I told people that I really want to go and meet the Uachtaráin and have a garden party and all the rest. And then you've just been so mean about it.
I'm sorry. I'll tell you one thing. Okay, that kind of diminishes my experience of being there.
You weren't invited.
Anna's got.
There's one thing we
I
can
was
add there.
invited. I was
That's
part
one.
of the guests.
Guests, yeah.
So Anna's gone several times. Like she's gone, I think, like 4 or 5 times or something like that.
Wow.
Brenda gets invited every year. She's
Brenda gets invited.
Okay.
with her people. You know, with her people.
Anna's,
part of the
Anna's
crew.
now squatting in Arsenal Uachtaráin. She's been there so much she's got squatters'
She
rights.
drove the van up.
She's kicking
Yeah.
the dogs out.
I know Michael lets us keep us on the property, you know, and just lets us take care of dogs, that kind of thing. Lets us hook up our to the electricity so that we can kind of just charge.
Well, you're going to get
That's
a
pure
note from
sound.
us.
That's
Actually pure
It's
sound.
actually sound.
I like that the Orson Uachtaráin is in Phoenix Park because my friend, her dog Sam, just like went legging it off in Phoenix Park and he just like went to the Oris by himself, just being a dog. And I just think there's something great about dogs. Just like I'm going in there.
That's great.
He's in the president's house.
No, but he had done his second. I went after he'd gotten his second term, and the only kind of like, let's say, criticism of him during that term was that he was spending quite a lot of money, and so apparently the garden party's like, and I was like, when she's like, oh, you're gonna love it. Like the spread they have is unbelievable. It's like free drink, like these tiny little beautiful cakes all made by like some like the butcher's pantry or something like that. Not the butcher's pantry, something
Butler's Pantry.
All these nice
The
little
butcher's
cakes.
pantry.
Butcher's
There's a
Pantry.
There's a pantry
Tiny
you want to get
little
involved
meats.
in.
Just
Salt and
tiny
pepper.
meats.
Nothing else in
All
it.
meat. No, but like incredible
class.
spread. And then I got there, and it was after he'd gotten a second one, and obviously the budget had been diminished, and it was really just kind of like I would say a good funeral, like a kind of like someone well known, maybe like a good person dies, someone in their 50s dies. that kind of funeral.
Wow, okay.
So like a good funeral, like a good turnout.
Yeah.
And the sandwiches are pretty solid.
And none of the sandwiches are like squished.
No, yeah, not squished, but like it was still funeral level. I was
I'm
expecting.
so sorry. Can I get this one unsquished?
Yeah.
This one kind of came squished. I'm so sorry.
That's
about
so
that.
the spread wasn't so great. So that's something that was shit about my time there.
He wants to. I think now. It doesn't sound as sexy now. I don't want to go. Doesn't sound as good. So
Well,
I just feel like you're
just
you're now working together. to
anyone who
crush my
was
dreams.
considering to get us to the
No,
our
don't.
Uachtaráin garden party, just don't do it anymore.
No,
we're
I
into
want
it.
to go to
He's
the
gonna make a
kosher
joke about it. He's
garden.
gonna make a joke about it.
I want to go. I'm not going to make a joke about it. I'm going to go
I can imagine you being
wholeheartedly
so
and earnestly.
unchill and like start like orating in front of him and being like, "Well, I'm a bit of a poet myself," and like read him some poems and things. Like you got to be chill around Miggledy. You got to be.
Can we get like maybe a dramatic reading of like I don't know what's that fucking Patrick Kavanagh? Can you just do like a dramatic
Shankaduff? Shankaduff.
Shankaduff
It's a Patrick Kavanagh poem.
phone?
Yeah, he has a phone. Or what's
Just read Raglan Road, right, and we'll get that clipped and we'll send it to our Norris Uachtaráin.
I am
we
king
can get
of
this for you.
every rock and every blooming thing.
Is that
That's
it?
the last line of one of his poems. What else? I did him for.
I don't have a poem. I don't have a poem.
All right, then I'll do it. This
Whose woods these are, I think I know.
I feel so bashed around by Killian. He
Romantic
knows
Ireland's
poems. He's
dead
been-
and gone. It's with O'Leary in the grave.
Yeah. Well,
It was very poignant the way artist Tony Cantwell delivered that at the Orson Uachtaráin Bloomsday Garden Party. A real clear indicator of the defunding of the arts.
I'm going to go to the garden party and I'm going to do the bit about the farts. That's what I'm going to do.
You're going to do a fucking cartwheel.
The
and you're
bit
gonna
from his
trot on
letters,
some
Joyce's
fucking flowers
letters
or something.
to Nora Barnacle about her farts.
Oh, yeah.
but
I
you'd
wanna do
actually
that.
perform it in such a way that it was actually poignant. My darling girl.
Your trumpety lumps or whatever he fucking says.
Yeah.
I have not stopped thinking about your flatulence. But look, thanks very much for
Yeah,
listening to the pod. We love you personally. And
As
I'd
you
love.
can see, this will be the last episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
We've had such a ball.
We have such a great time.
We have
such a ball,
had
but-
such a great time doing it and getting to meet
there
all of you.
is-
But
And
unfortunately,
Yeah,
two
news-
of us have been booked for the new 2FM gig. We're not going to say who.
yes,
But
thank you for
unfortunately-
lending us your ears and having us with you on your commute to work, on your car journey, or even while you just do the dinner or maybe tend to the garden. It's been the honor of our lives to join you in all
Thanks
of
so
your
much.
Lending us your front
experiences.
ears, as I should say. Anyway,
Don't put your
that's all
headphones
from
on
us.
that way. I said, just don't put your headphones on that way.
Yeah, that doesn't work like that.
And let that be the last contribution of a Young Hot Guys podcast. Ta-ra.
And thank you.
And it was
Goodbye.
great to see you. Goodbye is the last thing
Here
we'll say.
they come
From me.
And
walking down the street, get the funniest looks from
everyone
we meet.
Don't know the song.
Hey, we're the
Young
monkey.
Hot Guys.
Oh shit,
I got it when I
Anyway.
came to the chorus.
bye.
Slán.
I'll see you later.
They're attractive. They're very attractive.
Hot and loud.
And a little bit sad.
He was the best guy around.
Oh my, is it hot in here or what?
You're an attractive guy.
It's the fabulous Tony Cantwell.
I'm talking about Shane Daniel Byrne.